Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was amazing
Right
there.
on.
That was amazing right there.
Done in style, CrossFit style.
Absolutely. Wow. Wow.
Who's not ready to go after that?
Woo! And here they go. They're off.
All right. They've started the action. They are now going to complete 9 muscle-ups, then move on to 9 squat snatches with 95 pounds. And you can see these women are getting after these muscle-ups. Not wasting any time. A little bit of a kip and up and over.
Again, this is going to be hard for a lot of the girls. I mean, this isn't something, not necessarily for these girls, but the ones that have it, this is going to be their event.
This muscle-up could separate some people.
Back to her bar. Camille, first off the
And
ring.
Camille from Canada.
Hammered those 9 muscle-ups straight through.
But she's a smaller gal, and that 95 pounds might give her some fits. She's going to shake out the arms and jump right back on. There goes Camille with the squat snatch. No
Oh,
rep.
we're calling a no-go.
No rep.
She's going to focus.
Can't get
Rally
flustered
the
by that
body.
kind of stuff.
No.
It happens, but you can't get flustered by it.
Going to establish her
China,
hook grip,
Jessica.
and there you go.
Busted
That is a
through
good rep.
that
So, and
We don't
so
have anyone
far,
else on the
Camille
bar
is
yet.
the only one on the bar. Some of these ladies struggling to get these muscle-ups done and perform. And
What's going to be key on these muscle-ups for the women is if they miss a rep, they got to make sure that when they get back on those rings again that they're ready to go. They can't afford to miss rep after rep after rep. They tire themselves out so much when they do that. So
Camille, 4
got to be
reps
smart
into it.
about that.
she's only got 5 to go. She's almost halfway through. She nailed those muscle-ups.
Yep.
And she is nailing those squat snatches. Looking good while she does it, Camille.
She's got a nice lead for herself right now. But again, this is the first heat. We have 3 more on top of this, so she really wants to keep herself going on this.
Right.
6 reps into it. 3 more to go, and she's done with the first round. China Cho on her bar.
Okay, China
goes to
Cho,
the bar.
and I know that China Cho has been working hard on her Olympic lifting. There's a good shot of Jessica Sherritt.
Yeah, her squat cleans are great. They're strong.
2 for China.
Squat snatches. And I think
3
China's
for
going to look to
China.
make up the ground on the overhead squat snatch. Excuse me, just a
1
squat
more for
snatch.
Camille.
And Camille's going to move
No
on.
rep. Not
Oh,
deep enough.
a no rep. She's got to go deeper.
Again, don't want to hear those things on these
No.
kind of events. You can't
No,
afford to have
especially
those.
when you've got women like China Cho
Lord,
chasing you.
Lord.
And China Cho is knocking out
China,
those squat
6
snatches.
reps.
And Camille makes sure she gets low enough on that rep.
Camille's back to the rings.
212 down.
Okay,
212.
7 to go. Turns those wrists out, puts the thumbs forward.
Right into
She's
it.
still strong.
Camille,
And we're actually linking reps together here for her.
Look at her go.
Oh.
Amazing. Okay, she's going to take a break right now. We've got several athletes now on the bars.
8, one more rep to go, and she's back to the rings.
Get a good look at that hook grip that she's going to use there. And one squat snatch. Now China's
back to the rings.
Camille, if she wants to add to this lead, she needs to knock out those muscle-ups and hope that it might be a weakness of China's.
Well,
and there
she's
you see her stringing some of those together. Very powerful.
Great.
We've got the clock in the corner, 2 minutes and 56 seconds into this workout, and these ladies have been going hard that whole time. She's got to get those out of the way, but the judge might not be able to do it. And she's not too happy about it.
One more for Camille.
One more for Camille, and no, didn't get it, but she's close.
Laura DeMarco on her bar.
Okay, Laura DeMarco. And we're seeing some of these girls struggle.
Struggling with these muscle ups.
There goes China. And she's got to lock that out. Her elbows have got to be straight.
Round of 7 snatch.
Okay, Camille.
This is a
3 minutes and 35 seconds.
This is a good WOD for her.
And you know, this is as to be expected. These muscle ups, it's separating the pack, and it could be a make or break part of the workout.
Back to the rings for a round of 7.
Strong movements. Look at that. Nice.
So far, those reps are looking good. We're approaching the 4-minute mark.
Again, for some of these girls that haven't made it through this first round yet on the rings,
Laura DeMarco right there.
They have to find a way mentally to stay in this. They can't let themselves get frustrated. I've seen it in some of the other regionals where you have an athlete that they get fouled up on a muscle up or something, and they just fail it and then fail it and fail it. They have to step back for a second. They can't just completely work themselves out, tire themselves out so that they don't have enough to hit the rest of those muscle ups. They got to finish them.
Right. And you're seeing the skill component part of this play a major factor in this workout, and Camille showing some shoulder flexibility there. She's got 2 more to finish her second round, and she is just getting after it, looking very strong. Making sure she gets deep enough, and that rep was good. China wants to get through those muscle ups. Okay, they're going to make some adjustments to her rings and pull those straps out of the way.
Camille's back up.
There's a shot of Laura DeMarco. You see Jessica on the right, China Cho on the left, and China Cho gets her nose through.
4 more
full extension.
540.
Wow, Camille looking good. Now remember, Bill, there is a time limit on this. They're going to cut this off at 12 minutes, but just because these women might not finish, some of the women might not finish the workout does not mean they get a did not finish. They're going to take into account the amount of work that they did complete, and then they'll rank them according to how much work they completed. So all is not lost if they don't finish on time.
Right.
6:05.
Again, this is tough.
Okay, so the clock is a little bit behind what the official time is.
Camille on her final round of 5.
Here goes Camille.
So once she hits 5, she'll be done, and she is looking good. You want to see all of these competitors excel. You want to see them do it.
1.
Okay, and it looks like we're at 6 minutes and 26 seconds, so we've just passed the halfway mark.
Camille's got 3 more.
And it looks like nobody will question her for the lead or challenge her for the lead in this WOD. She has 2 more reps, and she'll be done, and she'll be a happy gal.
Sitting at 6:45 right now for Camille. One more rep.
Canada.
Okay, nice job. 7 minutes.
So we're looking at a
seconds.
Unofficial 6:58
time,
I think, for Camille.
Yeah. Excellent job, Camille.
Man,
some of the other women
right
are
down
not
her
giving
alley.
up. You see Nelly still struggling on those rings. Some of the girls getting a big kip and getting through.
2 more muscle ups.
2 more muscle ups. You know, it's interesting. We talk about the different components, strengths and your weaknesses in this game. Do you have any holes? Well, China hit those. She made it through the first set of muscle ups. She hit those squat snatches and nailed them. But coming back to those rings, it was a different story as fatigue starts to set in.
Well, and again, you hope by the time you make it to the games, you don't have a whole lot of weaknesses. You know, again, muscle ups are tough, period.
Yeah.
And when you're tired, it's even worse.
Yeah.
So, you know, these women, they know they're at the games right now.
Yeah.
And they don't want to fail on these, so they keep going and keep going and keep going.
We're approaching the 8-minute mark right now. So an unofficial time for Camille of 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Very well done.
8 minutes and 20 seconds into it.
8 minutes and 20 seconds, just past that mark.
Some of these ladies are getting pissed. Man, it's so frustrating. You hear the coaches, get back on those rings.
China on a round of 7 at 8:45. The time cap for this workout is 12
minutes.
Time cap for this workout is 12 minutes.
So just over 3 minutes left.
For the amount of work that they perform.
Right.
So once again, all is not lost if you don't finish this. So China Cho moving on to something that she is more familiar with and comfortable performing, and that's that squat snatch with 95 pounds. Laura DeMarco there, and we're watching China.
Moving that, it's so easy.
She's doing it very, very well. She'll set it down, take 2 quick breaths, and jump on it again.
9:30.
It looks like some of these will not be able to complete all of their assigned reps in the amount of time that they're given. There's a good shot of Nelly. Cannot take too long, and we'll talk about this, Bill, but the transitions are very, very important as you transition from one part of this couplet, one exercise to the next. If you can cut down on those times, you'll cut down on your overall time.
Absolutely.
10 minutes, 2 minutes remaining.
And a lot of times it's just a matter of, especially if a couplet like this, jumping from the bar right to the rings and at least get 1 rep out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Laura DeMarco there, very strong as she completes her WOD. Some of these girls are very proficient at these Olympic movements. This squat snatch does not seem to be a problem for them. China Cho chalking up there. Say that 10 times fast, Bill.
Lauren Roberts from New Zealand. Lauren Roberts from New Zealand. 3 left, 10:35.
Coming down to the end here. Got about a minute 15 seconds left or so.
Laura DeMarco. She is number 211. We'll start to get those numbers painted on their arms. Takes a deep breath, stabilizes the core.
Strong lift.
She
Lauren
is.
Roberts, 10:58 from New Zealand.
Nice job,
Lauren
Lauren.
Roberts.
Nice job.
Lauren Roberts from Australia or
New Zealand.
Yeah. First in the New Zealand sectional, 3rd in the Australian regional.
45 seconds remaining. Let's cheer him on. Let's bring him in.
45 seconds to finish this workout. They will get credit for the amount of work that they complete and be ranked accordingly.
So they don't want to stop. Even though
you don't want to let up.
That's the whole thing. They got to get as many reps in as they can.
That's right. You cannot say, hey, I haven't got to where I need to be. I'm done. No. You'll fight to the bitter end on this one. Just a few seconds left. Let's bring it home. Want to make sure that
10 seconds remaining.
Okay,
10 seconds left in this WOD.
So at the conclusion of the time running out, all of the judges.
3, 2, 1, time. 3,
First heat for the men, WOD 1.
Go.
And we're off.
Okay, and it looked like the clock in the corner that I'm looking at did start about a second late. Look at how much faster these men are going than the women. I mean, they are just nailing them. If you have muscle-ups as a whole in your game, you have a serious deficiency because it's almost assured that you are going to experience muscle-ups at the CrossFit Games. So these athletes are well-versed in doing this, and if you're not, you're in trouble.
30 seconds.
Wow.
Derek
30
Marquand
seconds.
jumping right off, goes right through the muscle-ups.
Derek's muscle ups, he was kipping all the way up into almost a full locked out position, almost on every one of those reps. Again, he's a smaller guy in this heat right here, so the body weight movements are going to be a little bit easier for him than some of the bigger guys.
Yeah.
But that was an insane
But
kick.
you have to understand that, and we'll look at the stats here in a second, but that 135 pounds is pretty close to his body weight.
Right.
That he's moving through a pretty long range of motion. And there's Eric O'Connor right there.
Wow,
You have
he's
to touch the ground.
he's handling those.
Spencer Hendel having no problems with a 135-pound squat snatch. We're at about the 12-minute and 13-second mark. DJ Wickham
Wow.
cruises
Wickham
through
back
that
into the
first
ring.
round. Onto the set of 7. And DJ Wickham is getting it done, folks.
Again, he came off the rings. He doesn't want to miss any, so he's not going to go and try and do an extra rep if he doesn't know he's going to make it.
Yeah, that's a big kip. That's a big kip, and I thought that was not going to be allowed. Okay, here's Derek Marquin. Well, there's Eric O'Connor.
Eric O'Connor, he's working those. Look at him work those kips right there.
And he is through his second round.
He's off.
Eric O'Connor, 3 muscle-ups in.
Oh, I thought
okay.
he was done. Okay, he's 3 muscle-ups in. He's got 4 to go.
3 muscle-ups for DJ.
Derek Marquin, he's nailing those muscle-ups, very proficient at the body weight movements. And I think we'll see that from other small athletes, too.
Look, we're almost halfway through this event right here. We're at 2 minutes.
2 minutes, where the fastest woman
Takes the lead, 5 muscle-ups.
did it in 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Spencer Hendel. Boom, nails another one. Another one in the bank.
The intensity of this workout is just what's so crazy. The numbers are so low. It's only 21 muscle-ups, only 21 squat snatches, 42
And
reps
Eric O'Connor's
total.
getting it done.
But because of that high intensity, it's just draining people.
Well, yeah, and there's a little bit of a difference in the way that those muscle-ups were performed through when you compare the first round to the second round.
Absolutely, yeah.
As fatigue starts to set in, it makes a difference. Eric O'Connor's going to set up, hook grip it. What did they say earlier? Hook and book.
Hook and book it. Hook it and book it.
Jan.
Eric is,
We're
he
about
is
the
handling those
305
squat
mark.
snatches.
Derek Marquin getting it done too. I like that guy. And these are all athletes that have a ton of heart.
3 reps.
Eric O'Connor just has to do 7 total, and he'll be on his last round of 5.
Derek Marquin, 2 more.
Derek Marquin,
Derek's got 2 more. DJ Wickham's going back to the rings.
Takes the lead.
So DJ just has to pound out 5 muscle-ups, 5 squat snatches, and he's done.
The lead keeps changing. Joey Warren back to his muscle-ups.
Oh, Derek Marquin comes off. So does
3
DJ.
minutes, 43.
They
got
don't
one
want to
in.
miss these reps. There's that big kip again.
3 minutes and 50 seconds.
You know what? Doing whatever it takes to get up there.
Yeah, there is a 12-minute time limit, but I don't think any of these athletes need to worry about that.
No, they're hammering right now. 4
And
minutes,
Derek
we're almost done
struggling
with
to
these.
get that one, missed it. DJ's off the off.
Joey Warren, 3 reps.
You know, you can compare Derek in that first round compared to now, and he just powered right through that first round of 9, but he's struggling with 5.
Again, that's the loading of these workouts. You stack these movements like this, and it is a blaster on your body.
Joey Warren takes the lead.
Wow,
Joey
we've got
Warren,
another
he came out of
lead
nowhere.
change. Joey Warren, Eric O'Connor's going to step off the rings, regroup, jump back up, and Derek Marquin, 5 doesn't sound bad until it's at the end of a 21 reps.
Joey Warren only has 3 more to go.
Joey Warren looking to finish. 5.
Joey Warren
Trying to get into
getting
that
it done
5-minute
in the
mark.
Southwest Regional. And he wants it bad.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
One more for Joey, and he might be the leader.
Derek Marquin, Eric O'Connor.
We got a no-go there for DJ.
Joey Warren, 5.
Joey Warren did it.
5:04.
Nice job, Joey. Nice job.
Representing the Southwest Regional, Joey Warren, 5:04. That is going to be the time to beat.
DJ Wickham, 1 rep.
And DJ Wickham finishes about 5:22.
Nice job.
Derek Marquin.
Derek Marquin, a smaller athlete. I'll tell you what, very proficient with the body weight movement when he started, but taking your entire body weight or close to it
5:32
from the ground to overhead it adds up quick and taxes the body in all aspects.
Eric O'Connor, 5:43.
Again, this is coming down to just a
Eric
handful
O'Connor
of seconds
finishes.
between each competitor here.
Yeah, yeah. A familiar pose at the end of a CrossFit workout. He's all skinned up, but he's
I bet he can still get a sweat angel down there.
Yeah.
Jeremy Gustafson, 5:52.
I don't think any of these athletes are going to have a problem with the 12-minute mark being a cutoff.
Spencer Handel, 5:58.
Spencer Handel getting it done in under 6 minutes. An incredible, I mean, talk about a blistering pace. Talk about high intensity to kick this thing off. And we're probably going to see the times get lower as the heats progress.
It's going to be interesting to see what these people are able to do as we move through these heats, yeah. But I'll tell you what, that first round, and this is what everyone does, it's the first event, or the first heat, or the first workout of this whole CrossFit Games, and they came out blazing.
And keep in mind, these athletes don't know if they have to turn around and compete in another WOD tonight. It's possible.
They may have to go run around the city tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no Aromas Hills to do a 7K run or anything like that, but, you know, who knows?
Okay, your next WOD, run to LAX and back. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
7 minutes.
Okay, we're just past the time. Just to compare, the women, the fastest woman was 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Now pretty much most of the competitors have already completed their WOD at the 7-minute mark.
9 to 5.
Richard Van Meer Beek. Taller athlete, he's got to move that weight a long distance.
That's a long ways.
And they're going to count that rep, no problems there. He can take some steps, but he's got to stabilize it, show that he has the weight, stands up with it, open those hips all the way. You know, he's at the end of his rep scheme and still looking good on the form. The form hasn't really broken down much for Richard. Good shoulder flexibility. The judge is talking to him, letting him know where he is.
Looks like DJ Wickham's over there helping Jeremy, fellow Canadian. Got to help him out. I'm sorry, Michael.
Richard Vanderbeek, 8:15.
Richard Van Der Beek, 8:15, I think it was. 5:04, blistering pace, almost 2 minutes faster than the fastest woman. Still have plenty of time. I mean, you know, 3 minutes until the cutoff.
Right.
But I think it would be important for these athletes mentally to complete this workout.
Yeah. Going into the first, you want to have that first one down.
Yeah, you don't want to go into the next WOD mentally knowing that you didn't complete the first one.
Right.
Things can start to unravel fast at that point.
Michael Fitzgerald trying to finish it up here.
9:09.
9:09 for Michael Fitzgerald. Very well done.
Eric, 2 more reps.
Again, the cool thing about CrossFit is that that family feel, that community feel. The DJ's out there rooting on everybody else still. You know, trying to finish up this workout here.
Yeah,
Still
how
out there
often do you
cheering
see that
everybody
in
on.
other sports where, you know, they're going head-to-head in competition, neck and neck, but yet as soon as one finishes, they're cheering for their buddy.
9:44. He has 2 minutes and 15 seconds to finish it. Get that.
Come on.
Get it.
Ah, he was close there. He was close there, but I think he'll get it.
Again, you can hear the crowd starting to get all crazy when he's almost getting it. Everybody knows that feeling.
Yeah.
We all know that feeling.
2 more muscle ups.
See Mo Kelsey down there checking out, scoping out the competition. And the way
Get
that
it,
they're
get it.
posting the WOD.
Got about 1 minute and 45 seconds left of this event.
He's going to take a breather.
Crowd's getting behind him.
If he hadn't done 16 muscle-ups to warm up, he'd be done by now. No, I'm kidding.
10 minutes and 30 seconds.
He'll get this one.
Big kick.
Lots of heart.
There it is.
Yes!
There it is.
The crowd loves that.
He's got one left.
And you know what? The crowds love to see a blazing speed and blazing times, but you know what else they love to see?
They love to see heart.
Yeah, they love to see heart. They love to see athletes give it everything they've got. Remember, you know, he might be at the end of this WOD right now. He might be the last one to complete this heat, but he is still qualified to be here, and through that qualification process, he's already proven he's
an amazing athlete. Yeah, absolutely. Get it, get it. Again, this is that part where you try not to get frustrated.
Right.
You know, you just need to finish it. You just need to get, you got to get that rep.
And DJ's still out there cheering him on. How cool is that? How cool is that?
Come on, get this muscle up. Come on.
Come on.
Get it, there it is.
Ah. Damn, he's close. Okay, now we're starting to approach the 12-minute mark. He's about 30 seconds away.
30 seconds out.
Come on, get this. How many more does he have left?
He's got one left. This is the last.
So he could still do it. Come
20
on.
seconds remaining.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. All right, we're at the 12-second mark. One last try. 3. No. Doesn't have it in him.
We're here with Joey Warren. You won that heat. How are you feeling?
Feels good. Everything during that WOD felt great. It's a pretty good one for me. You know, I'm kind of in between sizes. The snatch was an okay weight for me. Muscle ups I could do okay. So everything felt great. It came together well. The worst part about that was waiting around all day for it. Just sitting around all day, and then once it came around, felt great.
So you were 55th at the games last year. How is this measuring up? How does it feel? Does it feel different?
I feel a lot more prepared. I had all year to kind of get prepared, waiting around for this all year. Trained hard, and I like this event as the first one way better than the 7K run last year, for sure.
Definitely, and what a way to start it out with winning your heat. Did you know that you were right on the tails of DJ and Eric? Were you aware of that?
Not really till the very end. I kind of just told, in the beginning, told myself what pace I wanted to go out and just tried to keep that the whole time, and it turned out to be good at the end.
Yeah, well, clearly you were successful at that strategy. So we wish you all the best and get some rest. Do you have a strategy for this weekend without knowing the workouts? Do you like that, or how are you weighing in on that unknown element?
I liked it all week long, but now I kind of am a little anxious to know what they are. My strategy going into the weekend is kind of just set my own pace, do what I've done all year long, and hopefully it turns out like that.
Great. Well, great job. We'll be watching you all weekend, Joey, and rest up. Thanks, guys. We're back to you at the booth.
3, 2, 1, go!
That is their signal. They are off. We're going to see who is proficient with these muscle-ups. Kate Rollins doesn't look to have any problem with them, although she does come off the rings for a second. And I don't think at this point in the competition you want to take the time to do that. Elise Umeda not have a problem.
Knocking them out. That right there was
stringing them
4 or
together,
5
as
straight.
is Lauren Plumet.
Woo, there's a failed one there.
One gal comes off, another gal jumps back on. Elise Umeda taking a quick break. They
Lauren's
do have
going
to turn
kind of
those wrists out.
Lauren's going for a right arm, left arm kind of technique. Again, she's just trying to get up over those rings.
What exactly is the right arm?
A right arm, left arm technique.
Oh,
Kick into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Flip one over, then go for the next.
I got you.
Right arm, left arm.
Or left arm, right arm, as it were.
It depends if you're left-handed or not.
Okay. I am left-handed, so. All right.
Kate Rollins, she just got that rep. Wow, there's a big kick
Elise
there.
Umeda is the first one off the rings. We're going to see how this smaller competitor handles 95 pounds in the squat snatch. So far, she does not seem to have any problem with it. She is getting the proper depth and standing up straight with the weight. She's powering right through 9 of those, doing an incredible job.
5 straight. That was 5 straight right there.
After coming off 9 muscle-ups.
Again,
So Mary Lampas in the corner having a little bit of a problem with the muscle-ups. Gymnastics might be part of a hole in her game.
6 total for Elise.
And there's 7. She's setting a blazing pace. Remember, the time to beat is 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Set in the first heat of the women by Camille
LeBlanc. Canada.
Blanc Bazinet. All right.
Here we go,
And
round
she's
2
coming
already.
back to her strong point. We'll see how many she can string together right now. Lauren Plumate coming off the rings, addressing the bar, as is Kate Rollins. Big kip, up over the top. Jen Cardella, straightening and locking up those
Lauren
elbows,
Plumate.
and Lauren
Lauren
she
goes
finishes.
down. Lauren went down on that first rep.
She has been working hard on, okay, now she cannot pause there. That's a no rep. She cannot pause there. She has to be, and Kate comes
Kate
down.
Rawlings goes down.
So some of these girls struggling with these Olympic movements, that 95 pounds might not sound like a lot, but these girls are not like the men.
Again, it was a full body movement for those muscle ups. It isn't just a pull. That's a full body, the big kip, everything. That takes a lot out of you.
Across the board, I mean, I think that Elise is setting a blazing time.
But look what happened though there. I mean, she was flying through that first round. It's definitely taking the toll right now, which is classic in CrossFit stuff. That second round doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
That's the one that hammers you.
But across the board, I think it's safe to say that we were seeing better performance from the first heat of women collectively versus what we're seeing right now. And that goes to show you these athletes are arranged in heats according to how they finished in their regionals and sectionals, but that doesn't mean everything.
No.
It addresses different strengths, different weaknesses that each woman have.
And again, for the people at
we're
home,
seeing that play out.
For the people at home, not all the competitors, they all had different events, different competitions that they had to do in their sectionals, in the regionals. They weren't all the same. So maybe there was a certain strength that was able to play out for them, play out well for them. And maybe this one isn't one of the strengths for some of these women.
And yeah, you're exactly right. Elise
went
comes
through
off
on that one.
The rings. So far, Elise was the first one back onto the rings to complete her set of 7, but she hasn't finished it yet. There's a good shot at Jen Cardella. Just not able to catch and land with that 95 pounds overhead and receive the bar.
These girls are really, really struggling in these overheads.
Okay, Lauren Plumate finishes her squat snatches, jumping back onto the rings, but we'll see what that first round did to her and the toll it took on the body and mind. Okay,
There's
just some final instructions as to what the judge is looking for there for Jen Cardella.
Yep. And you hate to hear no rep. You hate to hear you didn't come up all the way or you didn't open up all the way.
Yeah.
Kate Rollins just got that one good.
Okay. And Elise still plugging away on her set of 7. Lauren.
She's still making them happen.
And she's got the right arm, left arm technique, as you so aptly pointed out. So accurately described.
Whatever it takes to work, whatever it takes.
Those are long arms.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, she's got to use and move her body.
She just fights those reps. Yeah. Every single rep is a fight.
But she's gaining ground on Elise. And I think she's doing it. She's closing the gap. I don't think that we're going to see anybody beat the time of 7 minutes and 2 seconds set by Camille.
Camille's time is still safe. I'm going to say.
Yeah.
A minute. I mean, it's basically a minute and a half away.
Elise kind of hit a wall there, and it's looking like she's struggling with those muscle ups after just pounding through them the first round.
Yeah.
She nailed 9 of them, jumped onto those squat snatches, but they took the toll on the body. And Lauren Plumate, a little bit of a kip, and up and over she goes. She has to lock those elbows out for it to count.
Now again, what were they thinking? They saw their strategy going into this event. That may have been the demise here and made it difficult for them. If Elise was hammering through that first round, I mean, she went well through those squat snatches also. Maybe it was too much. Didn't leave enough in the tank.
Right. And I'll tell you what, Mary Lampus, I don't even think she's finished with her set of 9. Lauren Plumate now has the lead. Going to make an adjustment to the apparel. She was just trying to get the chalk off of her hands. Yeah, I think that Mary Lampus is struggling with these muscle ups. There's a good shot of Lauren Plumate.
Wow. I think that's even hanging on the rings and swinging like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to stay off those rings until you're ready to go.
Yeah. She only has.
But she just wants to get them done.
Yeah. And remember, when she's done with this, she's got to jump back down and grab 95 pounds, take it overhead.
And then go back to the
squat
rings.
snatch. Yeah, she's not done. Even though we're almost at the 7-minute mark, and by this time, Camille was almost done. And right now, they're 7:02. And this was the time that Camille finished her workout. Elise is still struggling with this set of 7. Mary Lamp is trying to get a little bit of motivation in the mind to get those done. Kate Rollins quietly putting together a pretty good workout. A pretty good performance, I should say. Kelly Jo Smith looks like she's back onto the rings. Or just getting some chalk. Yeah, just getting some chalk. So Lauren Plumet only has 1 rep left. It's hard to be so close, but yet so far away from advancing onto the 2nd round of squat snatch. And the judges are doing an incredible job. And it's got to be tough as a judge. You want to see them complete those reps. You don't want to have to say no rep, but you have to do what you have to do.
Again, every single one of those reps is a miss.
You got to do it.
You got to do what you got to do. No, wait, really?
Thanks.
Really?
Thanks, Justin, for that. Dang, that is incredible insight.
But again, you see these women, you know, rep after rep after rep after rep. That takes its toll on you. I mean, mentally, as well as physically.
Yeah.
You know, you want to stay in the game as much as you can, and you want to finish. These girls want to finish.
Remember, even though there's a time limit here of 12 minutes, every rep is going to count. So they're still going to try to push it right to the very end, because you don't know, you might, by making a final push at the end of the 12 minutes, you might get 1 more rep, and that could put you up, because you are it will still go into the way that you're ranked.
Yep.
So it could put you ahead of the next competitor, and I think we will definitely see that.
Well, obviously,
these girls are struggling with this. I think we'll see a lot that won't complete this workout at the time allotted.
So for especially these 2 rounds, or looking at these 2 heats right here, it's going to be important. You have to get every rep you can.
Okay, so
Elise's got 2 more in the 2nd round.
She's been on those rings a long time, though.
Yep.
For as quickly as she finished that first one, it's amazing that it's taken her this long to get 4 of them done. Lauren Plumet, once again. Yeah, this exemplifies just how hard this workout really is. And Kate Rollins nailing a pretty good squat snatch right there.
I mean, with all the videos that have been out of what these women have done, you know, the training that they do, and here they are. I mean, look at the struggle right here. I mean, obviously it's difficult. It's a difficult task.
These are gals that have competed time and time again. They've competed in past games. They've competed in sectionals. They've proven themselves in the field of battle already.
Yep.
And this is the cream of the crop, the best of the best that are out there in the entire world, and they're struggling with this workout.
But again, I mean, you know, watching Elise she hammered out those first set of muscle-ups. So obviously, muscle-ups wasn't a worry for her. But when you stack that with another movement, depending what that movement is, your strength may not be your strength anymore.
You know what the most beautiful part of this workout is, Bill?
What 8 are you going to talk about, or what 12 of the girls down there are you going to talk about?
The most beautiful part about this workout is you, the viewers at home, know exactly what the rep scheme is, what the workout is. On Monday morning, or heck, even tomorrow morning.
You know it's going to get done in someone's gym.
Yeah, well, you can go in there and give this a shot, see how you stack up against the best of the best, and see what it takes to perform at this level. Start the clock and get after it. Elise, nice shot there. Elise from Hawaii. And that Hawaii sectional was something else, Bill. They wanted to make sure that they sent the best of their best onto the regional that was held in UC Irvine, the Southwest region.
Yeah, their sectional one of the events was, all right, this is just a technical test right here. Can you do this list of things? Not any time frame or anything like that, but can you do 10 of this, 15 of this, 2 of this?
And remember, the girls at the Southwest Regional actually had to do, as part of one of their WODs, included muscle-ups.
Yep.
You were there.
Yeah.
You did that WOD.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
There's a shot of Kate Rollins there. Lauren Plumet, she's been on her last one for a while now.
Elise is back on the rings, it looks like. Final round. 15 seconds left. Doesn't look like we're going to have anyone that's going to finish this one.
Anybody finish it. It's interesting to compare the first heat versus the second heat and how many women are not able to complete.
Is Elise trying to get that last one? Not going to get it. So not one woman in this round, in this heat, finished. However, they're going to take what work they did, rank them accordingly.
Look to see some of these smaller athletes blaze through. And here we go. Look to see some of these smaller athletes blaze through the body weight movement of the muscle up.
There they go.
Gabe Subry looking strong. Mike G looking very strong. Chase Ingraham.
I don't see any broken sets yet.
There's one, and he has his back to us, so I cannot tell who it is. They, at the bottom of that, Bill, they do have to turn their wrist so that the thumbs are forward.
Mike G's off the rings.
Wow, that was fast. That was Graham Holmberg.
He's looking to sweep the leg
he
right now.
He had a no rep on his first one and no rep on his second one. And I think that's Mike G in the corner that is just pounding through those squat snatches.
There's Mike G right there, working those. Again, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this second round.
But man, we're not even up to a minute yet. The time to beat is 5 minutes and 4 seconds. That was established by Joey Warren in the first heat. So that's the time to beat. 5 minutes and 4 seconds. That's not Garth. Excuse me, that was Gabe Subry. I don't think any of these athletes had a problem with the muscle ups. Patrick Burke from Colorado, first back onto the rings. Yeah, he's got one, but he couldn't string two together.
Mike G's up on the ring, starting his second set.
Austin Malleolo, look to see him put in a blazing time. And Gabe Subry doesn't get that one. He's got his back to us there. He's in the black, the bald head. Patrick Burke next to him, also in all black. That looks, I think that's Austin Malleolo. Turns his wrists out.
I'm telling you, a lot of these guys, they don't even have the false grip. I mean, they're just grabbing a hold of that ring.
Okay, Austin Malleolo now on to his set of 7 on the squat snatches.
He's at 210 right now.
Patrick Burke, same thing.
We got a race between these two guys. They're both strong on this.
It's going to come down to a photo finish.
Both tied at 2 reps each right here. There's Pat, there's 3.
A lot of these athletes go right through that second round as if for nothing. We'll see who's first onto the rings for their third round. Third and final round in set of 5. His time to beat once again is 5 minutes and 4 seconds, established by Joey Warren in the first heat. There's Gabe Subry, comes off his set of 7. Boy, that is still good.
Pat's down to the last round right here.
You could be looking at a leader here.
They're tied. They're tied right here.
And Austin Malleolo.
They're going rep for rep right now.
He doesn't have a problem stringing a couple of them together.
Austin takes the lead with 2. I think Pat's at 1 right now.
Patrick, big kip.
Yep. Looks like 3 and 2. 3 for Austin.
We could have a photo
right
finish
there.
here. Gabe Subry still plugging away on a squat snatch. Wow. I think we might see somebody beat their time of 5 minutes and 4 seconds. Gabe's getting a workout as he runs around, figuring out who is where.
Going to the bar, final 5 reps right here.
Austin Malleolo looks like he's first onto the bar for the last set of 5.
5:04 is the time to beat. 5:04.
These guys are setting a screaming
We're just under
pace.
4 minutes right now.
Patrick Burke trying to get the fastest time.
Patrick Burke.
Austin Malleolo, I think, is ahead of Patrick Burke.
He is. He
looks like Patrick had a no rep there.
Graham's at his bar now.
But he got that one. And Austin Malleolo doing an incredible job.
There's
Austin Malleolo.
Looks like a 4:15.
Unofficial time of 4:15. Smashed.
The new time to beat. 4:01.
4:01.
4:01. Who was that?
That was Austin.
Okay, 4:01.
Not sure where that time came from, though.
No, but we'll go with what Dave says. Wow!
That was screaming. That's a minute faster.
Patrick Burke beat the previous best time.
4:33.
Graham Holmberg beat the previous best time. Look at the difference between the first heat and the second heat. Incredible performance.
Yeah.
There's Patrick Burke right there. There's Ben Smith.
Maliolo, 4:13.
Austin Maliolo, 4:13.
Okay.
I don't think any of these athletes will have a problem with the 12-minute mark either. That was awesome.
They were flying. They actually looked like they were speeding up that last round instead of slowing down.
Yeah.
Total difference from the first group.
Bill, you like apples? I mean, how about them apples?
Ryan Lilienthal, his last round.
How about them apples?
Okay, Gabe Subry getting it done on his last set of squat snatches.
Yeah, we're approaching the halfway mark for the time limit on this, and I don't see it being a problem with all these guys finishing.
It looked like a good percentage of the pack here finished ahead of 5 minutes and 4 seconds.
5:52.
Mike G, 5:52.
Still a good time.
Yeah, great time. Great time.
Again, not a small guy.
And you are getting a taste of just what's ahead. Not only for tonight's competition,
Ryan
but
Lilienthal, 2 more.
Ryan Lilienthal, 2 more, and he'll be done.
Again, that's another firefighter right there. Got to throw it out to the firefighters.
Throw it out to the firefighters. Wrestlers and firefighters. Come on, get it done, Ryan.
No rep.
Oh.
No rep. No rep.
Again, the
He's got
worst
another
thing you want to hear
competitor there
right here.
cheering him on. How cool is that?
Getting a little help from the stands.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you actually do hear the people in the stands when you're competing. I mean, you think you're kind of in the zone, but
Yeah.
when it's hard, it just feels so good to hear people cheering for you like that. It doesn't even matter who it is.
Yeah. 7 minutes into this workout, and most of the competitors have completed this. Wow. There's Austin Maliolo coming back to cheer on his competitors.
7:13, Ryan Lilienthal.
Ryan's done, just finished up, 7:13.
Nice job. He's not real happy at this point, but
Again, a finish is a
the
finish.
overall perspective, it was an incredible
7:24.
performance.
Yeah.
I hope you at home can appreciate what you're witnessing here, because these athletes are laying it all out on the line, and they're giving it everything they've got. Just think of lifting, taking 135 pounds from ground to overhead, and you know, throwing in a squat somewhere along the line, right?
On his round of 7.
Garth on his round of 7, Dave just announced.
Still have plenty of time. We've got 4 minutes left to finish those.
Yeah, and it looked like once again, Austin Maliolo with an unofficial time of about 4 minutes and 13 seconds. So just crushed the previous
Screaming
best
time.
of 5 minutes and 4 seconds. And he wanted that. 8 minutes and 22 seconds approximately. Still has plenty of time to complete it. Remember, we only had one athlete in the first heat that did not complete it in time. However, that didn't mean that he didn't get credit for anything. He got credit for everything that he accomplished and all the work that he completed, which was everything but the last final pull-up of the last 5. Or I say pull-up, but I mean muscle-up.
I'll tell you what, it's actually, I think it's a pretty cool thing that they do it that way, because with CrossFit, it's all about how much work are you doing.
Yeah.
And so they're getting credit for that. And I think that's important.
Well, and if you want a simple definition of the world's fittest, it's who can do the most amount of work in the shortest period of time.
Yeah. There's Pat Burke there giving a little coaching.
Come on, yeah, stands up with it, and that counted.
Nice job.
That counted. That takes heart. That takes heart after you've had a no rep or 2. Mental focus, you got to dig in deep and get it done.
2:30 remaining in this heat. 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I think the cool thing about this, there is that camaraderie, but you have no reason not to like the people that are right around you that you're competing. It's not like you're wrestling where you want to try and hurt them. They're lifting the weight, you're lifting the weight. You both know the pain, you both did it. So when you see someone struggling, you can't help but want to help them out to help them get that weight up.
Yeah.
They're all competitors and they all want to win, but that right there, that's CrossFit community in the competitive spirit.
Yeah. And if you are just joining us, we have a pretty heated competition going on. This is the second heat of the first event of the individual competition of the 2010 CrossFit Games, brought to you by the CrossFit Journal. We are in the Home Depot Center. The lights are on. The temperatures have cooled. I'm Justin Judkins with CrossFit Radio, alongside Bill Grumber, owner of CrossFit.
Don't say it's Inferno, baby. Inferno.
Inferno. Don't infer anything. All right.
Got about a minute and a half left here.
Plenty of time, but it looks like he's just got 2 reps left. Digging deep.
It's the worst part of those muscle ups right there, getting hung up right in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. There, that looked good. Stand up with it. Yeah.
There we go.
That was one of the 2, I think. Okay, he's gonna take a quick couple breaths. Stand back, grab the bar, and go.
1 minute remaining in this area.
He's got the time. He's got the time left to do it. Good.
There it is,
That
nice.
does it.
He's round of 5 muscle ups.
Okay,
Oh,
he's
here we
got
go.
5 left, so
Let's bring him home. 40 seconds.
40 seconds left. 5 muscle ups to go. We'll see how proficient he is after
Wow.
30 seconds.
lots of expenditure of energy.
I'll tell you what,
He's
linking
going
them
for it.
together though here,
Yeah.
that's great.
That's impressive. He could get all 5 done.
He has 1 left.
Oh, they're telling him he's got 1 left. I think he thought he was done.
15 seconds.
It looks
there.
like he'll get through his muscle ups.
Athletes.
Didn't seem to be the muscle ups didn't seem
Oh.
to be a problem for him. It was his squat snatch that was hanging him up.
Yeah.
3, 2,
Everyone counts. Everyone's going to help you out in
Time.
the ranking.
I'm here with Ben Smith. You're right, he is very young, just turned 20 years old. Finished the workout in a time of 4:01, beating the next fastest time by, I think, over a minute. Ben, where are you from?
Virginia Beach.
And how are you feeling right now? Are you just so excited?
Yeah, I'm good. It's awesome to be here. It's awesome to have the opportunity to compete against some of these guys. These guys are really good athletes, and I'm just happy to be here.
Now, you're our youngest competitor. Like I said, just turned 20 years old. Do you feel like you have something to prove with that, or like how is that for you?
No, I just want to do better than I did last year at the games. I know I didn't do very well. I wanted to come out here and give it another go.
All right, he mentioned that he has some family members here. We saw his mom taking a photo here just a second ago. He mentioned he has 2 little brothers here too. Tell us about them and their CrossFit badassness as well.
Yeah, well, my middle brother did gymnastics for his whole life, and then he hurt his shoulder. He stopped doing it, so this kind of CrossFit stuff's right up his alley. He's always good at all the gymnastics movements. And then my little brother Dane, he plays baseball, and he's just an animal. So it's fun to work out with them.
So in a couple years, we might see 3 Smith brothers at the games together. That would be really, really cool. Are they excited? I saw them cheering for you. They must be going crazy. Is it cool to have them here?
It's really nice to have them here. Thank you for coming, Alec and Dane, and my girlfriend Noelle came too, so thank you. But yeah, it's awesome to have them here.
All right, we're gonna let Ben go and chill out and do what he needs to do to recover. And we're gonna send it back up to the booth with Justin.
3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go, and they're off. There goes Stacy Tovar, big kip, and up she goes.
And that's something else that Stacy Tovar has been working on. If you've been keeping up with some of her comments and some of her interviews too, a lot of the bodywork stuff in the video that was just on the CrossFit Games site was her doing multiple muscle ups, and she's got it locked in there. She's going up like it's nothing. Up,
Stacy
down,
Tovar
up, down.
comes off the rings, takes a quick breath, and she's going to jump up and do it again.
And she's going face to
Man,
face
she
against
is
another very big, very strong girl in Lauren Pryor.
Yeah, and Lauren comes off the rings without a rep. The girl in with her back to us with the black shorts is Julie Fouché.
Julie Fouché, yeah, and I believe she's out of the Northeast, and she works out at a CrossFit affiliate in the Boston area.
Jenny Orr taking a quick couple breaths, and we've got athletes already onto the bar. Julie Fouché already on the bar, starting her set of squat snatches, her set of 9 squat snatches. Valerie McKenzie coming down with a no rep. But Julie Fouché is stringing them together.
And that's Julie Fouché in the purple top, the pinkish purple top there. That 3 reps in. This is a tough starting WOD for sure. The combination of body weight and the most athletic of all the Olympic lifts, having to string it all together.
Well, and the thing that we've seen, Marty, as you can well imagine, is the girls get through that first set of each of this couplet, but then as they address the rings for the second time to do that set of 7, it's kind of a killer. There goes
Lauren Pryor, barely muscling through there. It's having to get her shoulders up and through the
Stacy
through
Tovar
the rings.
powering through the squat snatches as well. Okay, Julie Fouché back on the rings, and there you're getting a shot of her right now, not having a problem with the squat snatches. And she's setting a blazing time right now. The time to beat is 7 minutes and 2 seconds. I'm a little bit dyslexic there. The weight is 95 pounds that the women are going overhead with. The men are moving 135 pounds.
So right now, a clear lead by Ms. Fouché by a long shot. She hit the bar at almost the same time as another one of the competitors, and that competitor is still working on the squat snatches.
And I think that's Valerie McKenzie-Boberil.
Right.
Lauren Pryor getting up and over. She's got to get close to being in her 9 rep number that she needs to get to.
And Stacy Tovar is back on the rings as well, and I believe that's just her second muscle up there as well.
And we just passed the 3-minute mark. The time to beat, 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Stacy Tovar putting in a strong performance. Valerie McKenzie has 2 of her 7. Jenny Orr coming off the rings, taking a quick breath, jumping back up. Julie Fouché, it looks like she's stringing together an incredible performance. Valerie McKenzie, 4 of her, I think she just took the lead there.
And Lauren Pryor still on the rings in her first round of 9 muscle-ups.
But it looks like Julie Fouché, Stacy Tovar, and Valerie McKenzie-Boberil, it could come down to a photo finish here. Julie Fouché, 5 of 7, tied with Valerie McKenzie-Boberil at 5 for 7. 5 of 7, I should say.
Perfect conditions for them to be working out. The temperature about 22 degrees Celsius, about, what's that in the old Fahrenheit scale? It's about 74
Marty,
degrees.
I don't know. You want me to think at the end of the long day? Come on, give me a break.
About 74 degrees Celsius.
So some of your
perfect.
athletes that are coming from the Great White North might be more accustomed to the cooler temperatures versus what we had today and experience. The heat index down there, we can see the heat waves rising. Julie Fouché on her last set, or excuse me, her set of 7.
Set of 7 on the squat snatch.
Lauren Pryor showing that she's proficient at this Olympic movement, the squat snatch. Stacy Tovar, same thing, no stranger to the Olympic movement of the squat snatch.
But Julie Fouché is just dropping under that bar and catching it, throwing it in the air, catching it as if it's nothing, and then bounces.
Man.
She's right back at the top of the lift.
I think that we could see, a leader here. We're at approximately the 5-minute and 7-second mark, I think. Somebody standing in front of the clock.
5 minutes and 15 seconds in.
That's right, Dave is right. The time to beat is 7 minutes and 2 seconds. I think we could see that broken here. These women showing that they have no problem with the body weight movement of the muscle ups.
Well, some of them showing that they don't have a problem with it. But again, Lauren Pryor has to address it, and it took her, I think she was one of the last women to come off the rings to get to the squat snatches. I had no problem with the squat snatches at all, but now she's got to face another 7 of these muscle ups, and she's just barely getting through. She's not pulling herself up and through. She is really muscling it up and through. And then you look across at Stacy Tovar.
She's
Back
got
up
3
and
of 5. She's putting in a blazing time too. We could have 2 or 3 girls beat the previous best that Camille set in the first heat. I'm not sure where Jenny Orr is, but she's getting focused. And there's Stacy Tovar right there. Stacy Tovar just took the lead, taking a sip of water.
Yeah,
the crowd getting into it now.
That is a lot of fatigue on the faces of these athletes. And that is a big kip. Her heels.
And the hard part is over, but she cannot get those elbows locked out.
You know, when she was kipping to get up there, her heels just about hit the back of her head. That was a big kip. These athletes are exhausted at this point. This is taking a lot out of their body. Julie Fouché.
Okay, there's a 7-minute and 2-second mark. So Marty, it looked like I thought we were going to have somebody break that, the record of 7 minutes and 2 seconds, but it didn't get done this round.
Stacy Tovar
could win this heat though.
She is the first one back at the bar, and she only has
5 left, 4 left now.
5 squat snatches to go.
We could have a phono finish between Valerie Mackenzie Boberil and
Julie Fouché is fast on this
right
lift,
in the running too.
Watch her motor through these. She's got the bar overhead, and it's up.
Stacy Tovar looking strong, and Stacy Tovar finishes there. The winner of the heat number 3, Stacy Tovar.
750 or 749 when the bar was up.
Valerie Mackenzie Boberil gets a no rep on that one. But your winner coming to us from CrossFit Omaha, Valerie Mackenzie Boberil.
Julie Fouché caught up.
Okay. 8:07.
Sped right through those squat snatches and finished off the heat. So 749, 750 for Stacy Tovar, and second place in this particular heat was Julie Fouché.
With about what, the 8:13 mark?
8:13.
Unofficial time of 8:13. Smile on Valerie's face as she completes this WOD. So Marty, we didn't break that record of 7:02 set by in the first heat, set by Camille LeBlanc-Bazinet. But this is a common sight in the world of CrossFit. You're seeing Stacy Tovar going over to Lauren Pryor, fellow competitor, cheering her on, giving her coaching instructions.
Lauren Pryor is using so much energy just to get her shoulders up to the height of the rings, and is now unable to lock it out, just as the other girls, the same condition they were in towards the end of their workout. But she's using a lot more energy just to get to that point, just to get her body weight up and into a position to press out.
Now, we've said this before, but there is a 12-minute time limit on this event. However, just because a girl does not finish all the rep scheme doesn't mean that all is lost, because the amount of work that they do and complete, they will get credit for. It will help them get ranked. So every single rep is important.
So a DNF is not by any stretch of the imagination disqualified. You're not disqualified for the rest of the games at all.
Exactly. And there's Rebecca Eastwell there, struggling to complete her muscle ups. Right there, we see Nicole Wallace in the corner addressing that bar with 95 pounds on it. She's going to tighten things up and go.
We're at the 10-minute and 15-second mark at this particular event. Again, a 12-minute time limit as some of these athletes continue to make their way just through the second round of this couplet.
Jessica Pamanian still down there, struggling through her muscle ups. Remember, she has only been CrossFitting since January, so relatively short period of time for her to be here at this arena with the best of the best. There's a shot of Nicole Wallace rallying the body and the mind. Mackenzie Boberil, Valerie Mackenzie Boberil, cheering on her fellow competitors. We're at about the 10-minute and 55-second mark. 1 minute remaining in this workout. These athletes will get credit for every rep they complete.
And the exhaustion, and again, all the other athletes that have completed the workout right there, giving coaching tips and a little bit of moral support to the women who are still trying to squeeze out the last few muscle ups here. And
that's Rebecca Eastwell and Jenny Orr behind her, having problems with these muscle ups, wanting to get it done, but they have about 30 seconds of which to do it.
And Lauren Pryor's going to give another one a try in the last 30 seconds, and she's up and over, and now
she's been there before, but she gets this one.
The deepest dip that she's ever done, but I don't know if that got her through her second round of this couplet.
Right.
So I think one more to get done, and then she could have moved on to the squat snatch. She's got 5 seconds left, maybe to get one more. And no, just
time is up.
I'm here with Stacy Tovar, the winner of this heat. Stacy, what was your time on that workout?
Like 7:44, something like that.
Great. And how'd you feel about those movements when the workout was announced? Talk to me a little bit about that.
I think muscle ups are fun. It's one of my strengths, and I just finally got them, like maybe a couple months ago. And thanks to some teammates, they really helped me focus on that grip. And the cool thing is I've always practiced with my ring super, super high. Not to the point where I have to jump, but I think that helped me, and I love heavy lifts, so anything heavy, bring it on.
Great. And talk to me about your preparation for this unknown and unknowable. Is this like something you've been practicing in your training, or how do you feel about it?
Well, after last year, you're right, you really can't prepare yourself. I didn't know I was going to be sledgehammering and a nail and, whatever else, but yeah, I mean, I'm so relaxed before I go and perform, and I think that's one of the things that helps me. I just smile, have fun, try and chit-chat with the other girls, and really just come with that relaxed feeling, and I think that helps me. And I mean, if you're relaxed, you're ready for anything. So
yeah, well, you look great out there, and we wish you all the best, and keep that positive attitude going. Good luck. Thanks, guys. Back to the booth.
3, 2, 1, go!
Marty's not afraid to lay blame where blame lays. And we are seeing that as the heats progress, we've got athletes that have performed better in previous competitions. So in this round, in this heat, you see people that did win their regional. Rich Froning Jr., for example. Braden Lutz, for example. These are people that won their heat, or excuse me, their regional. So we could expect the times to get better, and Neil Maddox having no problem with the body weight movement of a muscle up.
37 seconds into it. Men's time to beat is 4:01 by Ben Smith.
Ben Smith does own the time to beat with 4 minutes and 1 second.
Rich Froning done with round 1 in 55 seconds.
Wow, Rich Froning back on the rings.
First place in his regional.
And I hate to say it, but he was one of my picks for a dark horse, him and Ben Smith, by the way.
Both very fast, and of course, another guy to keep an eye on is Sven Bjorn. And one of the reasons this was what knocked him out of contention for the 2009 CrossFit Games, this particular movement. So he's been working on it for a long time, but it's not an easy movement to pick up.
We're already starting to see fatigue set in. Big kick from Neil Maddox. He's got 7 reps to do in this round.
His feet are coming up over the level of his head. He is really swinging his body, but it's effective. He is unorthodox, but he's making it work. That is a big kick, but he makes it look easy. He's up and over that bar, or up and over those rings.
And
he is back on the bar again.
Is that Spanborg He had never done these movements, either one of them, before he competed at the games last year, so it's only been a year. He's had a chance to practice the going overhead with squat snatch and doing muscle-ups, which he's powering through. He might not have the fastest times, but he's doing it this year. Rich Froning Jr. and Neil Maddox going head-to-head. 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this. The time to beat is 4 minutes and 1 second. Could possibly beat that.
The flexibility of Neil Maddox is also an extraordinary thing when you think back again to the Southwest Regionals. His overhead squat, his hands are almost at the same width as a clean and jerk. They're that narrow. That's his flexibility, and Neil is already back on the ring.
So is Rich Froning Jr., who has 1 of 5 done. He's going to take a quick breath, jump back up on there. This guy works out like a madman.
2 for Rich.
I asked him when he takes a rest day. He said, "What is a rest day?"
Well, it's paying off for him now.
And he's coming off the rings on each one, but he's got, this is his...
That was his first missed
Neil's not having any problems with those muscle-ups in the later rounds. Neil has 3. Rich is on his 4th.
And that
he's going to get it. Nice job.
4 for Rich, 4 for Neil. They're tied.
They're tied. Who's going to get this last one and get it done? Rich. Neil, big kick. It looks like he's going to do it.
Neil Maddox takes the lead.
Final set of snatches. 3:22, time to beat 4:01.
Look at the flexibility. He just drops under that bar. The weight is nothing.
You're right. And Rich just finished his, jumped on the bar. Transition time relatively short. Didn't waste any time on that. And he knows he's got to make up some ground. Neil's dropping it each time. Rich is keeping his hands on the bar.
Yeah, Neil Maddox can't him. Neil beats him by a second.
2 fastest times of the night.
Wow.
3:49, 3:48.
Best of 4:01. And Rich did a heck of a job there at the end. And I like Rich Froning Jr. And I like all these competitors, of course, but there's Breck Berry from Oklahoma.
Dan Rogers with the small Canadian flag on the back of his shorts. He's still working through the muscle ups.
And you're seeing Breck Berry there. He is one of the competitors that has competed in all 4 of the CrossFit games, and he's getting it done. He's an affiliate owner there in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
4:30.
And there's Sven Bjorn from Iceland, still having difficulty getting up, not using the false grip. Just trying to power his weight in a regular grip all the way up and over. And he's got the wrist strength to do it.
So Neil Maddox came in first in this heat, has the best time of the day on this workout. Rich Froning Jr. 1 second behind him. We'll get the official times here in a moment. It's approximately unofficial time, 3:48 and 3:49, respectively. Now we're at the 5-minute and 12-second mark.
And we're looking at Jerome Perryman right now, and very, very strong in the Olympic lifts. A little slower on the bodyweight stuff, but over the course of a long weekend, could all even out. And there's Jeffrey Tedisco from CrossFit Bogota, getting set for his squat snatch here.
And 135 pounds does not seem like much, doesn't seem like it's foreign to these athletes, or you as a CrossFitter. You do handle this weight all the time, but I'll tell you what, you do it on top of this rep scheme of going with the muscle ups, and it takes its toll. The fatigue sets in as Breck Berry comes off the rings, jumps back up. I think he's working on his last go-around there.
The fatigue that these guys are wrestling with now. There's Dan Rogers out of Canada, getting ready to go back up to the rings. He's having to catch his breath. Actually, he's down. He's finished. He's cheering on his competitors here, the other competitors in the heat.
There's Jeffrey Tedisco. Good shot of him. Got the blue bandana on his head, and just struggling to keep that locked out overhead.
Breck Berry, 2 of 5. 3.
And the time limit for the men's heat, the same as the women's, 12 minutes.
Miss rep.
Okay, he missed that rep. He's got to do it over again. You don't want to hear that at the end of your workout. There's another example of this camaraderie here. We see Rich Froning Jr. cheering on his competitors. And I like to see that. Rich Froning Jr. over there.
And Jeffrey Tedesco just tearing through the muscle-ups down, and he is back up. And he just strung together 3, and now he's strung together 4, and he's trying to pile through and get back to that bar because he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
And then 5 muscle-ups. 5 snatches.
So we do have a new time to beat. The old time to beat was 4:01 set by Ben Smith in the last heat. Now we're in the 3rd heat of the men's. First event of the men's competition here at the Home Depot Center. Neil Maddox comes in with, we think it's an unofficial time of 3:48. Rich Froning Jr. 3:49.
Jerome Perryman on his round of 5.
So Neil Maddox, it looks to have taken the heat.
On his last round of
The separation was just a single second. So Sven Bjorn from Iceland is finally back on the bar. You see him to the right of your screen, and right there, Jerome is about to pick up the bar right there. That's Jerome Perryman.
He does have to stand all the way up with it. That one was a no rep. He dropped it right at the end without opening that hip entirely. Once again, you don't want to hear that. And when you have a no rep, we look at the 2 people that won this heat. There was 1 second separating them. One no rep could make the difference right there, Marty.
That's a very good point, and it's not just the time, it's the wasted effort, the wasted energy when you're at the point of fatigue halfway through this, and you know, embracing the suck, as they say. You don't want to have to embrace it again and again and try and readdress those reps, those missed reps. And Sven Bjorn getting deep, getting under it, standing right up with no problem. But again, he knows he's got to get back up and power through the round of 5 on the rings. And this is something that, like I said, 2009, one of the biggest disappointments was that he was stuck on the muscle-ups and couldn't make his way through and fully dropped out of contention because of a single movement.
Yeah, an incredible athlete. And all of these guys are incredible athletes.
9-12.
But one point that I want to make is, as the heats progress, we have saved the best for last. And what I mean by that is, based on previous performances, whether they have competed in other games and done well, champions, first place, second place, who knows, or won regionals and sectionals this year, based on kind of a rough ranking, we have saved the best for last. These last 2 heats, the one of the women, the one of the men's, we're going to see people go head to head that CrossFitters have been talking about it the entire year long.
A lot of people who on paper are the ones to beat will be out there trying to beat one another. And of course, anything could happen over the course of the next 3 days, but the matchups that you wanted to see since 2009 and emerging through 2009 and here halfway through 2010, most of those matchups are going to take place in the final heats for both the men and the women. Some of the best known characters and athletes in the CrossFit universe.
Less than 2 minutes to go.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
What an amazing athlete to pull this off. I'm telling you what. Sven Bjorn, just a year ago, had never done these movements before, and now here he is in contention. He's making it happen, and just an incredible athlete.
And he's going to get himself a big kip here. And he's not giving, he's just chalking up. He's going to get back on. He's going to rethink it. He's got a lot of supporters around him, not just in the audience, but other competitors. They're talking him through it. He knows what he needs to do, though. He's just got to perform the movement.
Under a minute to go now. Now will we cap this off, and he does get it.
50 seconds to get 5
Nice job, and I think he'll do
50
it.
seconds. He's got to get through it. Jeffrey Tedesco is doing the same thing. They're going head to head to beat the clock right now.
This is a photo finish. I think he'll get this. Looking good. 2 of 5 already completed. 3 more to go. No missed reps. That's important at this point.
30 seconds.
He is laying it all out there, and we love that in a
20
competitor.
seconds remaining. 1 more rep for Sven.
He's got 1 more rep, and he wants to get it done.
He will get it.
He does not want a DNF at any point during this week.
Nice job. Lots of heart, getting it done. Sven Bjorn, nice job. Jeffrey Tedisco in the other corner.
3, 2, 1.
And he wanted one more rep and got it
Nice
overhead.
job, Jeffrey.
Clock ran out.
Here with Neil Maddox, no stranger to the spotlight since sectionals started this year. I was able to meet him in the Southwest Regionals. Just took over the top spot for the men's time with the time of 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Is that right?
Yes, 3:46, I believe.
And Neil told us that he's been sick recently. He's recovering from some things. And those of you that were obviously watching the heat could see that it was just a battle between him and Rich Froning Jr. How are you feeling about it right now? What's kind of going on with you?
You know, I just try to give it my all and put my faith in God and let him take care of the rest. You know, like I said, I was just recovering from being really sick, and luckily I was able to make it out here, gain some of my weight back. But you know, I have the top spot, but you have a phenomenal heat that's going to be coming up, and hopefully, you know, I can stay up there with the top. So.
All right, well, we're going to let him get back inside, and we'll send it back to you guys in the booth.
A few months ago, we lost one of our friends and family. Listen up, family members. Hold it down. Listen up. We're going to do a little. Hold on. Everyone hold their applause. A few months ago, we lost a friend and games competitor, 2009 CrossFit Games competitor, Amanda Miller. And we're going to look at a little film for her right now, a little tribute film to her. On deck, Amanda Miller. Amanda Miller pulling away. Amanda still has a slight lead.
Just go. Just get through it.
A stern tribute to Amanda Miller.
From this moment forward, this workout is now Amanda. 975, 100 muscle ups, 135 pound squat snatch is the Amanda Miller workout. 3,
Not too long.
2,
There's Alicia Connors right
go!
And they are off. We've got a clean start. Some of these girls just getting right after it. And you can expect to see some blazing times on this one. Still, it is going to be tough to beat 7 minutes and 2 seconds established by Camille LeBlanc-Bazinet.
Bazinet, and we do have,
excuse me.
we do have Annie Thor's daughter certainly been working on the muscle ups because she just strung 4 together.
And Kristen Clever not taking any time, chalking up real quick. But you can bet she's got a game plan established and she'll stick to that game plan. All right, first off of Christy Phillips right there. First off the rings, first onto the squat snatches, Christy Phillips.
Christy Phillips.
Kristen Clever.
Kristen Clever has just finished her first squat snatch, and it's touch and
There's
go.
Michelle Kenny gets a no rep on that one. And once again, this is 95 pounds, and for many of these women, it's fairly close to their body weight. And they're moving it through quite a range of motion.
Kristen Clever is touch and go. The weight is touching the ground and moving up.
She's so strong, Marty.
And consistent.
Yeah.
And we're looking at a split screen here. On the right, we have Christy Phillips And there we have Kristen Clever, and
like a machine.
She is back.
To her muscle-ups.
A minute and 33 seconds into this competition. Christy Phillips still powering through those squat snatches. A good shot at Kristen Clever there.
Kristen Phillips
Kristen Clever is back on top of the rings and up.
Kristen Clever, 1 of 7 on the second round.
Kristen Clever, 1 out of 7.
Michelle Kenny, right there in the forefront of your screen.
And
on
just
her
to
squat
right
snatches.
Heather Bergeron and Christy Phillips now back on the rings as well.
They jumped out fast, Marty. I don't know if, I mean, this is a high intense workout, but man, it looks like the pace is rather quick here at the beginning. Kristen Clever, big kick.
Annie Thorsdottir finally getting to the squat snatches and throwing that weight up there. That's her first of of 9.
Kristen, 5 of 7.
Kristen, looks like the lead's going back and forth between Christy and Kristen. Christy and Kristen.
Kristen likes to get the work done.
Yeah.
Back to a round of 7. 257.
So she's going to knock out 7 squat snatches. There's one, no, failed rep. A no rep. She's going to establish that hook grip and off she goes. 1 and 2. She looks focused, Marty. She's right next to, she's between Annie Thorisdottir and Heather Bergeron. Annie just nailing those squat snatches. She's going to step back, take 2 breaths, grab the bar again.
But Lindsay Smith. Lindsay Smith is beside Kristen Clever there. Annie Thorisdottir and pink top.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Heather Bergeron back on the rings there. Just jumped up.
And 3 minutes and 48 seconds into this, Kristen only has 5 muscle-ups and 5 squat snatches to go, a commanding lead. And a good shot at breaking the time to beat of 7:02 that was established by Camille.
Yeah.
A little AC/DC in the background and pushing these girls to do their best.
Kristen Clever,
1
just
and
linking 2
of
together.
5. Take a break there.
Clever, 2 of 5.
Jumps on the rings and she's
Up
got
she goes.
3 of 5.
3 of 5.
Annie Thorisdottir still getting the muscle ups. No false grip for her.
Doesn't like the false grip.
Lindsay Smith nails another one. 4 of 5. One more for Kristen. And there's Heather right there.
For the bigger, taller athletes, this is a very, very tough WOD.
Yeah.
But for Kristen Clever, moving her body weight up and down and then grabbing that weight, looks like it's an empty bar the way she throws it up.
Well, not only is she going to beat the time to beat, she's going to smash it, Marty.
By almost 2 full minutes.
Wow, look at her smile. She's having fun.
She has fun.
Unofficial time of 5:06. Unofficial time of 5:06, and yeah, she just crushed that workout.
She takes the first event in the final heat.
That is an incredible performance, and she's smiling still. She's not on her. She's not on her back.
Hang loose, yeah. She's saying hang loose to the other competitors, and now she's going to get back in there, and she's going to be getting behind some of the athletes that she works out with, and of course Lindsay Smith standing right there beside her. They work out together, right there, pushing her on. There's Heather Bergeron
watching
getting
Heather Bergeron.
Yeah.
Christy, 4 of 5.
A good shot of Heather Bergeron attacking the rings, and up and over she goes. She's pretty efficient there.
Heather, 3 of 5. Christy, back to her final round of 5.
Christy Phillips doing well on her last set of 5 on the squat snatches, 95 pounds, and there's 1 of 5. There's 2 of 5.
Yeah, we're seeing some very, very pronounced kips as the
Okay, she missed that rep.
As these women are finishing their some of the women are finishing their final round of muscle ups, and
Oh yeah,
up she goes.
She got it. She's got a great shot at even beating the time to beat of 7:02. She wants that second place rather than third. It could pay dividends later on in the competition. You can see Jasmine Deaver in the background from Front Range CrossFit. There's a good shot of Lindsay Smith. You can tell she doesn't pay any attention to her diet, eats whatever she wants. Big Macs galore.
Such a strong, strong athlete. All these competitors are. And there's Annie Thorisdottir getting up again over top of that those range.
Nice job. Nice job. Looks like Christy just finished the workout.
She's just stepping away from her bar right now.
Understand, Marty, we don't know how many WODs will be completed or that these athletes have to complete over the course of this competition, but you have to say that Kristen Cleaver just turned in, or Kristen Clever just turned in a commanding performance. Set the course for the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. For Kristen Clever, that was commanding is the word. Established an entirely different benchmark for this workout. We went through several heats to establish that benchmark, but it was 7:02 until we got it.
Kristen is still there cheering on Lindsay Smith and some of her fellow competitors. So just if you're at home, the time to beat on a newly named WOD, Amanda, is about 5 minutes and 6 seconds. That's the time that you're shooting for there at home, ladies and gentlemen.
And we're looking at Rebecca Voigt right there, and Annie Thorisdottir picking up the weight again. She is on her round of 7, so she still has a lot of work to do, but she knew that coming in. A muscle up is not her favorite movement. She wants to get through it, power through this, but she can't be looking forward to going back on the rings because that's what she's going to have to do to get through this. She's only got a couple minutes left. This is a 12-minute time limit on this, and we're looking at 8 minutes and 54 seconds on the top right-hand side of your screen.
And it looks like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong there, Marty, but I think that is Carrie Kepler on the corner there.
That is Carrie Kepler.
In a turquoise top, black shorts. The camera's looking at her now. That's Kristen, or I'm sorry, that is Carrie Kepler. Had a mind link there. Taking a deep breath, stabilizing the midline.
And drops deep to get that rep.
Nice job. Nice job, Carrie.
She is going back to the rings here. And Alicia Connors from Calgary having trouble getting through her round of 7 on the muscle ups as well. Very strong competitor, but the muscle up very clearly not in her particular wheelhouse.
Yeah. Lindsay Smith, looks like those Olympic movements are 9:54, well under the 12-minute time limit. So we are going to see some changes in the leaderboard after this heat.
And again, on the top right of your screen, you're looking at a time to beat of 7:02. That was in a previous heat. An unofficial time for Kristen Clever right now of 5:06. That's an unofficial time. That would be the new time to beat, and obviously, and an unofficial time for Lindsay Smith of 9:05.
Now,
9:55.
9:55. There's Rebecca Voigt there at Valley CrossFit. Okay, that one doesn't look like it counted there for Carrie. One thing to keep in mind, even though there's a 12-minute time limit and we're getting close to reaching that, these athletes will get credit for the amount of work that they completed. So that will add to their rankings and help them in their rankings. So every rep is going to help.
That rep was just called back on the muscle up.
Yeah.
And
it's got to be disheartening.
Disheartening until she jumps up and squares one away there. This permits her to, I think she has, she's on her last set of squat snatches.
There's Ashley Moe.
And you can tell with Rebecca what her wheelhouse is because she's throwing that up like it's just the bar as well. Nice, clean movement, catching it at the bottom, standing straight up.
Nice job, Rebecca Voigt. Valley CrossFit.
Hug.
Unofficial time of 11:23 there for Rebecca Voigt. What a finish, Marty.
And a congratulatory hug from Kristen Clever, who quickly runs over and now standing behind Annie Thor's daughter there.
We've got several athletes that train with each other at the same affiliates. You're looking at Lindsay Smith there cheering on Carrie Kepler.
And Alicia Connor from Calgary still trying to nail. She's in her round of 7, I think. And she's going to incorporate a very big kip here. There's Carrie Kepler just to her right.
Okay, there's the 12-minute mark, so they will get credit for the amount of work performed.
I'm here with Kristen Clever. Amazing job. Just the smile on her face is. Talk to us about how you're feeling right now.
Feel pretty excellent. That went well.
I should say so. I think it was what, 5:06 was that time?
Something like that.
So Kristen, you've talked about your approach and your attitude and not having these specific sort of expectations. What was your expectation going into this workout? Did you have a time? Did you have a plan?
Yeah, no, I didn't really know the time-wise. I knew I wanted to beat the fastest time from the first heat, but beyond that, I didn't really know. I thought that would be really, really awesome if I could get all 9 of those first muscle-ups in a row like that other girl did, but I couldn't do that. That's okay.
Well, you did an amazing job. And how are you? What are your thoughts about the rest of this weekend? What's your mental game? Anything you got up your sleeve?
No, I mean, I have no idea what we're doing the rest of the weekend, so I'm just gonna have as much fun as I had today.
Well, I saw you jamming out in the beginning of the workout, and then I saw you cheering everybody on with a smile at the end. So that was just an amazing performance from start to finish. So, all right, good luck to you, Kristen. Excellent job. Thanks, guys. Back to the booth.
Time to beat officially is 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Rich Froning Jr. 1 second behind. 3:46 the time to beat.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the best in the world are now starting this workout, newly named Amanda, after Amanda Miller. Who will come off of the rings first? Vic Zachary.
All of these guys
several
are moving
together. Nobody's come down yet.
These guys are moving efficiently through this first movement. Of course, nobody is broken out yet. This is
Chris Spiller at the bar.
Chris Spiller, and we also have Rob Orlando pushing through.
Rob Orlando, Jason Kalipa. And you do not want to have a failed rep with the collection of athletes that are out there right now. And Tommy Hackenbrook right front and center on your screen. Miko Salo. Jason Kalipa on the left there without a shirt. Powering through, I would think that 135 to these gentlemen really is nothing. There's Chris Spieler, almost his body weight.
And again, just to run through the workout that they're doing, it is a couplet of muscle ups and 135-pound squats.
Wow!
9, 7, 5.
Look at Jason. Jason is back on the rings.
Right next to Rob Orlando. They're going head to head. Miko's on the rings. Mo's back on the rings. And of course, this is
watch Chris make up some ground here on these. He loves these bodyweight movements. This muscle up is in his wheelhouse. He'll make up some ground here. Jason Kalipa was the first onto the rings for the second round of 7 reps. Those rings are swinging around. He's having trouble catching them, Marty.
Yeah. And
Chris Spiller retakes the lead.
Wow.
Spiller takes the lead. But
Jason is right behind him. Expect Jason to make up ground here, regain the lead.
And OPT is now on the, he's still working. No, he's going back to the rings for his second round.
Rob Orlando looking strong there.
Rob Orlando looking strong. Miko just missed a rep there. But again, this is a long weekend. This is the first of many events.
Great point.
And it's the most consistent athlete across the weekend that proved to be the winning athlete. This is a test of all over fitness.
Wow. I hope you can appreciate at home what is happening here, because Jason Kalipa just retook the lead. He's going into his final set of 5. If he can knock out 5 bodyweight movements of a muscle up, he can get back to something that's in his wheelhouse.
And here's
we can see the lead get changed again here as Chris Spiller addresses the rings.
And we're also looking at Rob Orlando is back on the rings in his final round of 5. Miko is just about to jump up to the rings as well. So very, very tight. And we're looking at a time right now in your upper right screen, 2:49, 2:50. Time to beat is 3:46. We have Chris Spieler first back
going head to head.
Squat snatch. The camera's on.
He said this isn't a big guy's workout. It's not a small guy's workout. It's his workout. And he is showing that right here.
We have Chris Spieler.
Come on, Chris.
3:43, fastest time up to this point.
No, missed rep.
Okay, 3:46 is the time to beat.
To do it.
He's got 3 minutes and 17 seconds right now.
Lock it in.
And he's going to do that.
Chris Spieler, 4 reps.
And Jason's still not back on the bar. Neither is Rob Orlando. 3 minutes and 29 seconds.
3 minutes, 29 seconds. That is the winning time unofficially.
That was an incredible performance put in by Chris Spieler. And he's a wrestler, Marty.
Yes, you pointed that out.
Okay, Khalipa is failing on the muscle-ups. Rob Orlando did finish him. He's on his
Rob Orlando
squat snatches. Final set of 5 squat snatches. Miko's struggling a little bit there too. Rob Orlando, our strongman, CrossFit strongman, is missing some reps on the squat snatches. He got that one.
Matt Chan finished.
He has 2, it looks like. Matt Chan has 350.
And there's Rob Orlando getting under that weight. And
okay, that one counted. That one counted.
Rob Orlando working on his snatches.
And Miko having trouble with the muscle ups. He's having to step away from the bar.
Rechalk the hands, and there goes Khalipa on his final 5.
Rob Orlando, 424.
What a race this has been. Rob Orlando, 424, beat Jason Khalipa.
And there's Miko. He just jumped off the, he's heading towards the bar.
Jason just has a failed rep there. He's going to jump back up and grab that bar. You don't know what fatigue does to the mind and the body. They say fatigue will make cowards of us all.
Not these guys. They're jumping right back in. They're picking up the bar. It hurts. They're tired. They're beat. And they're picking it up. They're dropping under the weight. Jason Khalipa needs another rep. And Miko is getting under that bar. Again,
Jason's covering some real estate with that bar there. And he's going to get 5, it looks like. No, 4.
Miko Salo just moved ahead of Khalipa. Khalipa lost it backwards over his head. He's going to have to address that.
And I mean, we've got to remember, Jason does have I think he likes to come from behind. That must be it. He's got a history of having a tough first event. The chips have got to be down. Looks like Vic Zachary is just addressing the bar for his final time. The bar went crashing with...
just about took out that camera, but a very speedy cameraman got it out of the way, and we're going to get a great view. He's got to get under that bar. He knows what he has to do.
Focus. There, he got it. 602, Jason Khalipa. Incredible performance, and fatigue setting in there. Nice job. Okay, Big Zachary's down there. It looks like, I think OPT, James Fitzgerald just finished.
Tommy
Hackenbrook. In the black there, the forged black clothing. At the front of your screen, you can see Vic Zachary right behind him.
These bars are landing all over the place.
Yeah, these guys are letting it all hang out. Tommy's got a missed rep there.
Looks like one of his legs might be cramping up there. Big Zachary having a little trouble with the muscle ups.
Only has 5 to go on the muscle ups. Tommy's going to get down there and nail one more 650. He placed 2nd at last year's games.
That's Blair Morrison still trying to power through here. He's got to do some catching up here, but remember what we're comparing them now to is Chris Spieler's time, which of course just blew everybody else away.
You know, I had Chris on the radio show just a little while ago, and you know, the question has to come up. You've got to acknowledge the gorilla in the corner there and say, look, you're a smaller guy. You know that heavy weights are going to come up. Olympic type movements are going to come up. What are your thoughts on that? And he says, you know, Justin, I'm okay with heavy weights, and I think I'll do all right as long as the reps are low. you know.
Well,
and,
that's what he was working on all
perfect
year.
example of that. The reps are low here. He told me if he can keep it in the single digits, he's got a shot at any WOD. He feels put him up next to the big guys, and it doesn't matter to him. Blair Morrison here, qualified through the European Regional.
Chris Hogan, 517.
Chris Hogan, 517. Wow, we just witnessed an incredible competition. Chris Spieler just, he came in and he had that look on his face, Marty.
Yeah, he knew he had a chance to win it, and he took it.
Vic Zachary, extensive military background, owns his own box, an affiliate owner now.
He's got to get up. Got to get up and over.
And you can bet there are some people back at home cheering for Vic. Jason Kalipa now just standing up.
So only 2 men left on the rings, but a lot of competitors still left out on the floor cheering them on.
His last 5.
Still plenty of time, too. We're not going to cut this off until 12 minutes.
OPT out of Calgary standing right there beside Blair, helping him through his final set.
Man, you like to see that.
These are some exhausted athletes. Most of the athletes still out there on the floor.
The good news for them is they don't have to compete in another
Blair
WOD.
Morrison, 919.
They can go take care of the body, get an ice bath, get rubbed down.
Get up and do it all over again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Again, that first heat tomorrow morning is going to be at 8 a.m. Pacific time. The actual details of that event will be announced at 7 a.m. That'll be live online. And of course, the heat will be live online as well at 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's tomorrow morning, but right now we're still witnessing Vic Zachary trying to finish out the final heat of the night. This is a couplet 957 of muscle ups and 135-pound squat snatches. He's just unable to get his full body weight up and his head through the rings to press out.
We've only had a few athletes, of all of the men, we've only had a few that have not been able to complete the WOD in the required time limit of 12 minutes. And I don't think that Vic Zachary is going to allow himself to fit into that category.
Get over. 2 remaining on his 5.
He's got 2 left. He's got time to do it.
He's just got to get his body weight up and through, and he's got to press out. The pressing out is not a problem. He just threw himself up. He's just got to get up there.
James OPT Fitzgerald there giving him some encouragement. Got people in the stands that are really pushing these athletes. If they could do it for him, they would. We're at 10:44 right now of a 12-minute time limit.
A lot of cheering from the background there. You know what? Some of the loudest.
1 minute remaining.
Dave Castro's voice giving out already. He's been at it for 1 day only. You talk about Jason Kalipa always having a tough first event. Dave Castro has a pretty tough.
There he goes. There he goes. He can do this.
Come on. He needs to get it. Yeah, everybody wants to see him get this one because he can step over and get those squat snatches done. It is almost 10 p.m. here in California, and still the crowd's sticking with Vic Zachary. They want to see him done. People on their feet right here in the Home Depot Center.
Come on, Vic.
And we're getting very close to 10 p.m.
20 seconds.
He's going to give it another try. We're going to lock in
10
that
seconds
ball
left.
Yeah. Get up and over.
5 seconds
3,
left.
2,
That's
1,
it.
time.
I'm down here with Chris Spieler. Just totally murdered that first workout for the individuals. I think your time was 3:23.
I don't know.
We don't know, but it was the fastest time of the day. We know that. And in the words of Pat Sherwood, is a barn burner, right?
Yes, absolutely. Pat is correct. It was a barn burner.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of us picked you as our favorite to win the entire thing, and so the crowd was going crazy when you won that. Tell us kind of your motivation this year and how it feels to be in first place after that first workout.
It just feels good. I'm just ready. I'm ready to hopefully win. And yeah, I don't know. I'm ready. The crowd's awesome. The support's huge, and it's very much appreciated. Very much. Yeah.
Well, we're all supporting you. Chris is a good friend of mine. However, I am bigger than you, so you're my motivation. I should get stronger.
As should I.
Parties in the
All right, guys. We'll talk to Chris, I'm sure, a ton more over the weekend.